9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into the TipTut zone.
Hello everybody! Oh, you can catch my wife walking by there. Bad timing. How are you guys doing? Welcome. I hope you can hear me all okay. I hope you're having a lovely Friday afternoon. I've had a hectic day, but it should be chill now. How's it sound? How's the sound okay? Volume's alright? You can hear me over the music and everything? I had to redo my setup, so I'm just double checking all these things. Hello, E-Ray Cagtas. Welcome. Angela Plays. Hello. Philip Dahl. Watching the ad live to give you some revenue. And it's a nice long one. Thank you so much, Philip. I appreciate that. Kadala. Hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for being a long-standing member. Tronkach. Hello. Welcome. Pixelita. Hey, hey. How's it going? MLM Hoover. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. It's good to have you here. Thank you for being a member. Loud and clear, Tron. Nice one. That's right, Kadala. Hey, you. Yeah, we're doing some more modelling today. I did a little bit more off stream, as you can see. We've now got, oh god, excuse me. We've now got a table with a book on it and a lamp. We have a guitar we've modelled. We have a chest of drawers, a desk, and some leafy things behind it, and some shelves with a controller on it. And if I show you the floor, what are you barking about down there, dog? If I turn on the reference and turn off the floor, you'll be able to see what's left. Mel, how's life today? Good, busy. It's supposed to be winding down for like a week off, but it's been a busy day, so yeah. Steak Sticks Animations, hello. Good morning to you, wherever you are. Hope you're doing well. But I'm good, Mel. Thanks for asking. How are you? Yep, there's Toph balking in the background. I'll go pick her up, but then she'll fuss. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do today. I think I want to start off. So these red lines on the floor are the route that this little character is going to take, like through the room. Do I have the nuke emote loaded and ready to use? I don't. We were still waiting on Josh's version of it, but I can maybe load it up in the break. But hopefully I won't nuke it today. Hopefully. That's the plan. But yeah, like the route this character is going to take is this red line. But I want to put, I want to put a pet like hamster cage or rat cage or mouse cage or something on this. And then eventually the character's going to, oh god, he's going to like jump off the computer desk and he's going to have to run across the cage and he's going to drop a few crumbs into the little critter that's in there. So that's what we're going to start off with. So we're going to start by doing that today. So we're just going to, I want it to be quite a big cage because you shouldn't keep rats in a small cage. So I think what I'll do is I'll make it like as big as this top counter, as comfortably, you know, it could comfortably fit on this counter. So I think we'll do that to start off with. And then let's move, let's put Shift S, origin to geometry. There we go. So I want to extrude all these edges, I think. But let's inset them instead. Like that. And then I want to grab these boundaries and we're going to make like the base. The dish that the thing's going to sit in, I think, first. That's probably the best way to start. So I'll extrude this up again on the Z-axis and then I'll scale it up just a little bit. That looks quite good. And then we'll extrude this up on the Z-axis again. And there's the dish that our thing's going to sit in. Let's give it a little bit of thickness with a solidify modifier. And that looks quite good actually. 0.01. Sean says it's night where you are. Will you eventually be screenshotting and tracing over this in Animate CC like in your tutorial video? Not for this one, no, because I'm actually texturing it in Blender. This may nuke the stream, but if I briefly show you what it looks like in rendered mode, you can see that all the lighting and stuff works. So I'll just be rendering out PNGs. I probably won't be tracing over it because all the textures and stuff will be done in here. So that'll save actually a lot of time. Now, I know what I want to do here, but I don't know how I want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy. Everything gets put inside the guitar collection for some reason. I don't know why. If I did this, add new cube, there you go, that puts it outside of it. So this is going to be rat cage bass. Then we want on top of that another plane. How long has this scene taken me? So far it's been about 6 hours. We've done 3 live streams on it, I think. If I remember correctly. Someone else will correct me on that, I'm sure, if I'm wrong. So I want like a roughen thing. Like, how do I make this rougher? I could just displace or mesh deform. Mel says, by the way, I'm liking the shorts you post on YouTube. The last one with the quick erase function was quite helpful. Looking forward to more. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, I'm trying to like little tips that I don't think are worth making full episodes on. I think I'm just going to start doing shorts because that's what YouTube wants me to do. And God forbid I go against the YouTube algorithm, you know. So hopefully it will help the channel grow a little bit. And I do, you know, they can be useful. So they can be useful. Surface deform, is that what we want? I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here, so it'll probably be way easier to just split this with a loop cut, because I'm going to be texturing it anyway. Split it with a loop cut a few times. And then go to point selection mode, turn on this guy, and then just scroll that down so that we can deform it. Just like this, probably way easier. Then I can get a bit of control over the things that I put in here as well, so that's also good. So yes, Mel, there's plenty more of those on the way. YouTube and Instagram are trying to compete with TikTok, hence the shorts and reels. Yeah, I know. It's just it doesn't suit like educational content very well. But then again, YouTube's long ago stopped giving a shit about educational creators. So there you go. Cool. So then we've got the base of our thing, and we got like the sawdust. Now I want to definitely build him a little house. So we're gonna pop this here, and we're gonna go to mesh, new cube. And we'll scale him down like that. So let's just move him up and out of the way. Let's just build this in isolation up here for a moment. It's about the right size, so let's start having a think. Now I think I want these top things, they can come down on the x-axis a bit. Like that. Let's do a couple of loop cuts. On the x-axis here. I want to turn that off. For this one, GX. Alt click, GG. GG is probably better there because it's a loop slide. So it helps me slide it. Now this one, this face here, here, and here, we can get rid of the face. Actually, let's put in another loop cut here first. Like that. And then we can go face mode, U, and U. And we can cut all of them, cut faces. So that leaves us with the interior. And then we can select these 4 dots, face, these 4 dots. Give them a face. Give that one a face too. So now I can just start extruding these bits to make it look a little bit less uniform. Like that. Let's take this face here. Can you extrude inwards? You can, but it's not going to be great. So let's actually just extrude these three. Let's take this face, right click, dissolve to make it one thing, and then we can just extrude that outwards. Looks a bit nicer. Dissolve faces, extrude outwards. Just trying to make a little tiny house. Like a little fake rat house, and we're gonna put like as if it was made of wood. Actually, I don't think I liked the peaked house on that. I think I prefer it just being kind of old chonky like this. Maybe we can rotate it on the y-axis and then shift him up a bit so that he's a bit wonk. Perfect. That looks great. Okay, so move him back down. Stick him in the rat cage. Awesome. That's looking pretty good. Right, so obviously a little rat boy needs himself a tunnel or two to run through, right? And then some platforms. Oops, excuse me. This is going to be quite detailed because there's going to be a few shots that linger on this guy, on this rat cage. So we'll make these look pretty good. Let's cursor to active. And let's get ourselves a torus. Scale the torus down. Move him up a bit. Scale him down a bit. Nice. And then I want to just grab X-ray mode. Let's just take these center columns here and cut everything away. Do them and them, cut everything away. Faces at least. Then we can come in here, cut the faces away. Oh, I didn't want to select those two, so we'll get rid of them. From the selection, oh no. Cool. Cut faces. Looking good. And then we can go add modifier solidify to make it actually have some depth to it. And we can bury it a little bit. In our sawdust. Cool, that's looking pretty good. We've got himself a little house. He's got a tube to run through. I think I want to do him a little ladder up to an upwards platform. And we'll put like a food bowl up there, and then we'll just put a cage over the top. So what new mesh from here? I think we're going to want a plane. Let's do all this on a plane. Keep it nice and simple. Let's get this guy out of the way. Let's rotate him on the x-axis. Keep things nice and simple. Shift him up a bit. Center on him. Nice. Cool. So here we want to scale the X down loads. And I think what I want to do is... Now, do I want... Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's just make a bunch of rungs. And we'll do the same thing again. And we'll cut that. No, let's do this. slide that over. And slide that over too. And then we just need to create some thicknesses. And again, I don't mind if it's not completely even. Nice. And we should just be able to get these oops. Cut these faces away and bam, we got a ladder. Steak6 says, is there going to be a sawdust texture in there? Yes, there is. I'm going to do all the texturing once I've built the thing, and it'll be textured like the rest of this is, you know, like hand painted in Photoshop, and I'll show you that process as well next, once we've finished making these little parts of the cage. Center on him again. Make sure we got him at the right kind of size. Let's go on the x-axis. Let's go 25 degrees. That seems to work. And we'll position him over here. And then we'll do the same thing. Add modifier, solidify. But this one will make him a little bit thicker. Boop. Nice. Looking good. Now we just need ourselves a little platform. This is going to be nice and easy. We just want a mesh. We just want a plane. Like that. We'll move him over. We'll move him down a bit. And we'll move him towards the back. So he's somewhat attached. Can't wait to see it. It all looks so incredibly interesting. Background's my least favorite department, but this looks like fun. This is partly why I do it like this, because it's like fun to actually make it. But then also I can go to any angle that I want in this background, export a PNG, and voila, there we go. I've done my background, you know. So yeah, it's part of the reason I love doing it this way. So we're going to need a double loop here, double loop cut, like that. And we'll just take you and we'll slide you over like this. And we'll need another double loop cut. And we'll take you and slide you over like this. And you as well. But we'll pop you maybe like there. Then let's go to face. Cut the face away. Boom. Okay, looking good. Let's take our ladder. Let's pop that there, and then we can go to Object, Set Origin to 3D Cursor. And that allows us, when we rotate this on the Y-axis, sorry, the X-axis, it will rotate from that point, which is super useful. And we can just line up that bad boy here. And then this one, add modifier, solidify. Boom, we've got ourselves a little platform for our rat. Nice. And he's got a little tube that he can go through, which is awesome. What a nice home you're making. Yeah, I used to have pet rats. If I had time, I'd like model like a hammock and everything, but our character's going to run along the top of this, and the rat's going to be like eating something in the food bowl, or have an empty food bowl, and the little guy that's running around the bedroom is going to drop a few crumbs down for him. So that's going to be up on this top platform, and the rest of it needs to be like relatively clean compared to that. So that's why the cage is going to be, it's going to be quite bare, but my rats were well taken care of, don't you worry. They had all sorts of toys. Hopefully they led a very happy life. Oh, I'll do a water bottle on the edge as well, obviously. You don't need a face, but you do need to be... Do you need a face? Yeah. No, you do not need a face, but you do need to extrude upwards on the Z-axis. Inset yourself inwards. Face on the top. Inset the face. Inset it again. move that face downwards. And there is our empty food bowl. Nice and simple. Are you going to make a water thing? Oh, you thought, oh, yeah. I'll make the water thing after I've done the cage, because obviously the cage goes on the outside. So he's going to be in his house. He'll rush through the little thing. Am I mixing 2D with 3D? Yes, I am. 3D backgrounds, 2D animation. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the 2D in Blender or whether I'm going to do it in Adobe Animate yet, because I'm not very good with Blender. So I don't want to cock it up. But we'll give it a go. The plan is to give it a go, and we'll see what happens. Excuse me. So here I want to add a single vert like this, and then we in point mode extrude that single vert upwards on the z-axis like that. Then we flick to a good position. We extrude him on the x-axis all the way over. Oh, excuse me. Like that. Should have held shift. Extrude him on the z-axis all the way down to there, and then these guys probably need to come over a bit. Up like that. Then onto this we want to add a skin modifier. Don't worry, we'll fix that. Control A will shrink all of these down into a lovely thin bar that hopefully we won't even have to texture. Okay. So we can then also add a mirror or a repeat, like repeat along axis. Is that a thing? Array, I think, is what we want. Yes. We want array along. We want to change the axis of the array. Now, how do I do that? Object offset, constant offset. Oh, factor it'll be, won't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Boom. There's one set of bars. Now I just need to do the other set. And jobs are good, as they say. One thing I've realized here is that our cage here is going to need a little bit more extra room. Then we've got X-ray on already, so just at the front. We won't bother at the. Oh no, we'll need to do it at the back as well, won't we? We can go GY and just expand that a little bit. Select those as well. GY just gives us a place to put those other bars. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, let's start naming things before this gets out of control. This is a food bowl. This is the sawdust. This is the ladder. This is the upper floor. And this is the cage Y. Just thought, your camera's over the settings, it's hard to see them when you're changing them. Ah, no worries, there you go. Can move them. Bosh. I mean, these aren't really tutorials, like if you're following along that's fine, but I don't see how you would. But yeah, like you say, it could be useful to move that. That's why I changed to this setup here, so that I can move things around whenever I need to. Like I can pop that out of the way and stuff like that. This is just a layers palette though, so we can leave that there. Right, so we wanted to do right click, Shift S, cursor to active, which pops him over there. Then we want to go to Shift A, single vert, add single vert, move him along the x-axis a little bit. Hey Redex, what's up? Oh, sorry. What's this little floaty UFO? Is that my tip cam, is it? Okay, right, so here we want to lock back into this kind of linear view, and we want to extrude upwards. Let's pop them on top because they wouldn't actually overlap. And while we're thinking of that, then let's grab all of these and move them slightly backwards too. Extrude him along the y-axis and then back down on the z-axis. Nice. Select them all, give them a skin, shrink that skin down as always. That looks about right to me. So then let's add an array modifier. Boom, he's going that way. Let's give him a bit more of a count. What was the other one's count? If I go to, what do they call it? Cage Y, add a count of 13. So we'll call this one Cage X. And it has a count of 13 as well. Let's see how far that gets us. Probably needs like a bit of a larger count. Let's do that much. And a factor of 8.55. Factor of 8.5. Boom. Looking good. Nice. Now there's no door on this or anything, but that's fine. I don't think that's a problem really. Let's add a water bottle though for sure. Gonna go practice anatomy and whatnot. Nice seeing the stream, might join later. No worries, Redex, see you later. Thanks for popping by, it's greatly appreciated. Right, so here's his little cage. Next thing we can do is line that up with the bars a bit better. Cool, and then that'll do the same thing here. We'll move him back a bit. And back a bit there. Nice. Hey Suhan Draw Stuff, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're doing well. Let's add the water bottle over here on this side, I think. Right, so I want to do here, let's add ourselves, I think a cylinder will work nicely. Scale him down. Let's move him upwards. Oh, actually, he doesn't need that many sides. Let's add a cylinder and just give him 16 vertices. Much more manageable. Cool. Scale up on the Z-axis a bit. Nice. Let's extrude you. Scale him down, create a nice top. Cool, that looks nice. I'm going to grab all these guys and move them up a bit. Then we're going to extrude, scale, and extrude again. Extrude, scale. Let's grab this loop here. Extrude, extrude, and scale. Okay, so that's like the outline of our water bottle, which looks fine. What I'm going to do is make this see-through material, I think, and then have like a cylinder on the inside that's got water in it. But before we do that, let's take one of these edges, let's turn off X-ray. And let's create a nice loop cut say there. Let's grab these faces, extrude them out. Scale Y 0. No, excuse me. Scale X 0. Move them down. Extrude them out. Bam. Nice. Rotate him 180 degrees. And then let's slip him into position. Ron Ferrat says, very detailed. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Soren says, I have a question. Can I start 3D design with GTX 750 Ti? Yeah. Sounds strong enough to me. Don't see why you couldn't. Nice. Right, now do I want to add a class around the edge of that? Or do I just want to make life easy on myself? Loop cut this. And grab these faces here and just extrude them out as if they were clips. Yeah, that looks much easier. And then just for like my peace of mind, I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab this guy's face and extrude him in a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I think that's the cage. I think that's the cage finished. Let's start texturing this bad boy. So this, we want water bottle. And we're going to want a cylinder on the inside of that, aren't we? So let's go to Shift S. Let's go cursor to selected. Let's add in another add mesh cylinder. 16 is fine. Let's scale him way down. Scale him up on the Z axis, and then actually scale him down on the Z axis. Like that. And then we've got the option of doing water bottle water in there as well. Right, so let's first of all make a collection from all of this. I think you select multiple things and press M for collection. Yes, you do. So the cage X, cage Y. What's this cube? We'll call that house. Cage X, cage Y. Food bowl, house, ladder, rat cage base, sawdust. This torus, the upper floor, and the water bottles. Let's check that's everything. Yes. New collection. Bosch, call it rat cage. Okay. Now it's all in the rat cage, and the torus needs to be called pipe. Lovely job. Now that is all in the rat cage. So I can select rat cage. Like so. Let's then take rat cage base, select everything, and then control click rat cage base, and then control P as parent object keep transform. That's all parented together. So I can then select the base and move it around. Awesome. Let's texture this bad boy. So let's save before we do anything else. Angela Plays, hello, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling okay on this lovely Friday afternoon. Right, let's get texturing then. So first of all, Control A, apply scale to all of these. So let's grab all these boys. Control A, scale. What did that break? Ah, that broke a few of my solidifies. So let's fix the solidify here. We don't want the thickness that much. And we don't want the thickness that much. We want like 0.001. 0.005. That'll do. And what are you? 0.001, so 0.005. No, that looks better as 0.01. There we go. Awesome. This guy's thickness needs to be 0.005. and we'll make it offset be the other way. 0.003 maybe. Cool, I think that is all of it fixed. Hey Atakan, welcome to the live stream, hope you're doing well. Greetings from Turkey, you say. Greetings from the UK. Right, so now all of these are done. We should be able to quite easily UV unwrap them. So we'll go to UV editing. We have selected our base here. We can do all UV, smart UV project, correct aspect ratio, island margin 0.03. Go. That one's easy peasy. Nice. UV, export UV layout, rat cage base. That's what we want. Just lower that a bit so I can actually see. Nice. Then we want one for the sawdust. We'll do the same thing. Select all, smart UV project, create islands. That one should be super easy. UV, export UV layout, sawdust. Let's do the torus next. UV, smart UV project. Okay. Lots of curvy bits on that, but let's see if we can't in edit mode. Let's turn that off first of all. Let's see if we can't grab a loop and then mark it as a scene and then select everything, unwrap. Hey, that's pretty much better. Yeah, I like that. What if I did this one as well and then did UV mark scene, a unwrap? It's the same. Okay, I'm happy with that. It doesn't need to be perfect. A UV unwrap, good. Export UV layout as the pipe. So we're unwrapping these now so that I can texture them in Photoshop. Let's do this bit. This one should smart UV unwrap totally fine. Yes, perfect. But let's simplify it a bit if we can, because some of these things here do not need to be as complex as they are. Or do they? Have I already simplified? We can fix some bits. Dissolve that. Let's dissolve that. Should be able to dissolve them without too much trouble. And dissolve them without too much trouble too. So let's do the same for these front ones. Awesome. Now let's UV unwrap that. Is that simpler? I don't know if that's simpler. Smart UV project, go. Awesome. That'll do then. Export UV layout as house. Nice. So we got the ladder. This one should be simple because it's just a plane. Boom. Should just look like a ladder, which is great for us. Really easy. Now we need to go to image textures and save it there. This one again as well should be super duper easy. Smart UV unwrap. Done. Save. Export UV layout. Upper floor. Some of these are going to have quite thick black parts down the edges that I might have to fix, but we shall see how close people actually look at it. Food bowl is quite detailed because it's going to have a close-up on it later on, but that looks easy enough for me. Let's go to export. Wicked. Is that everything? Because I don't think we're going to be unwrapping these because they're just points. So what I'm going to do for these is I'm actually going to make material straight away, and it's just going to be white. We're going to call it cage. We're going to make the base color just slightly off-white. Give it a bit metallic sheen. And then we'll pop the same thing on here. Cage. There we go. That should be all of it. Just got the water bottle left now then. Let's see how this smart UV projects. Yeah, quite complicated. Let's see if we can't make this a better one ourselves. Let's go to edge select mode and mark this as a seam. That'll cut it all the way around. Let's mark that as a seam. And let's mark that as a seam. And I want to cut off these bits because they'll be making it stupid complicated, I think. So we'll just cut off these entirely as a separate object. Unwrap. Smart UV unwrap. Yeah, that one's going to be a pain. Let's keep trying. Mark seam. Let's cut off this bit too. Mark that as a seam. Let's mark this ring as a seam. And let's mark this ring as a seam. Unwrap. Getting better. Getting better. Let's do you as well. And let's do you as well. Maxine. Okay, getting there for sure. Hey Kijav, what's up man? Welcome to the live stream. You're a big fan. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Okay, all of these should be kind of okay now. What is this bit? Ooh, God knows. That'll be along here somewhere, won't it? Mark seam. Mark seam. Unwrap. Okay, that's looking a bit nicer. So they're cut all the way along there, so we need to do these bits too. Mark seam. Unwrap. Bosh. Looking okay. What exactly am I doing on this bit when I unwrap it? So we need to be able to draw on this, and to draw on it, it needs to be flat. And to turn a 3D image flat, you need to think of it like a piece of paper. And wherever I'm marking the seams, that's where I'm going to cut the piece of paper. So imagine I modeled this out of paper and we need to get it flat again. That's what we're doing when we're marking the seams. We're choosing where to cut in order to make it flat again. But it's an annoying process. Let's do that last one, and I bet that'll do it. Boom. And you want to get like the most recognizable undeformed shapes here as possible, because that's, otherwise you'll get like weird stretch marks when you're drawing, if that makes sense. So here we've got this coming all the way along. So we might want to cut this bit and this bit too. It's nicer. And we're going to want to cut this bit and this bit. Mark seams. Unwrap. let's start there. Let's start there. Export UV layout. Water bottle. Right, so you'll see what I mean in a minute. So we've got all of these things now marked as different seams, right? So we're going to go back to our layout mode. We're going to go to new texture, and we'll call this one rat cage base. And we want the base color of rat cage to be an image. And that image we want to be rat cage base.png. Bosh. Okay, so now that means that black means that we've got an image that we're going to apply to this. So when I go to texture paint mode, and we've got rat cage base open up here. Okay, we can come in, and we can, first of all, we can go to the camera here. Let's go to object mode and select the camera and turn off depth of field for now. We have our texture paint mode, okay? Ahmed, hey man, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Happy Friday, my bro. Hope you're doing well. We are now going to switch over. Check this out. We're going to switch right on over, bosh, to Photoshop, okay? And remind me if I don't switch back out of Photoshop, because that's something I do all the time. So we've got our rat cage base.png, and we'll start with this one because it's nice and simple. Let's drag this. Okay, and we've got backgrounds, image textures, rough a rat cage base. We'll open that up in Photoshop. Cool. So we've got a layer for our line work, which we've been doing black with the Manga Basic Rough brush at either size 15 or 9, depending on how big the object is, right? So we can see now which bits roughly correspond to which parts of the 3D model. So to get this kind of cartoon style effect, what I've been doing is going through and doing the outside in like a line work style, and then adding just some simple shading and colors in Photoshop like this. Use Substance Painter for texturing. Should do. I don't have Substance Painter. It costs extra money, and Adobe can fuck off. They already take all my money. Essentially. I'm going to try out in Procreate though. I'm going to start exporting my OBJs to Procreate and painting them in there, bringing them back into Blender, seeing what that looks like. But for now, we're going to just stick with Photoshop until I figure all that out. Because this is just a personal project, so I can't afford to spend a lot of time on it. That's why I'm doing it on the live streams, to give myself an excuse. Right, now in my mind this little rat cage base is red, but I don't know how that's actually going to look, and that might only be because my one was red back when I had rats. But what do you guys think? Red? Is red a good idea? Or is red a terrible idea? Right, so then what I have been doing is doing a color base with a shape, because that makes my life way easier. You can just take like a red color, stick it under the line work. This is genius. Thanks, man. Adobe should have an option where you can just forfeit your soul to them instead of your entire savings. Yeah, right? Like if I could just give them my kidney, that would probably be way cheaper in the long run than paying them, you know, fucking stupid amounts of money every month to rent their software because they're scumbag pieces of shit. But this is also why I'll never be on Adobe's live streams. You know? Because of all this crap that I say. So we'll turn that to overlay mode, which gives us a nice, quick and easy bit of rough noise shading. And then because this is plastic, we don't really want too much like detail on it. It will just look like red wood like we have been doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Manga Basic Rough brush, and on one side of just any edge, essentially, like on the top bits here, we're just going to do a nice little shiny overlay on the bits that I think are correct. I've got no idea if these bits are actually correct. We'll find out soon. Awesome. So now we save this as the PNG with a quick export, and we'll worry about crushing all these down later on. You need my brushes. They are by Kyle T. Webster. You can get them for free. They're by Kyle T. Webster on Behance is probably the best place to find him. He does all of the Adobe stuff. Like, he's licensed and affiliated with Adobe, so he's good. Right, and then once we're done in Photoshop, we just go back to Texture Paint and we press Alt-R, and that updates it, and voila, there we go. We have ourselves a rat cage base. Now that looks good, except I don't like the hard line on the edge there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back to this layer here, and we're just going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and we're just going to soften him up a little bit so it looks more like a wedge. And then we'll come in on a new layer on top, which is also Overlay, and we'll just do like a thinner wedge, because we still want it to look cartoony. So we'll just be doing something like that. Didn't want that one. Save that off, export that again. Replace the PNG. Back to Blender. Oops, wrong window. Reload texture. There you go. There you have it. Center the camera on that. And there's the base for our rat cage. And that's basically the process for the rest of this. So should we do the sawdust next? That seems like a fun one. Let's go back into Photoshop and do it there. The texture technique is blowing my mind. How'd you figure this one out? I just watched some videos on like what texture painting is and stuff like that, and just gave it a go and see what worked. You know, I haven't invented anything here. This is what people have been doing for ages. I tell you what inspired me for the visual style is there was that PS2 game 13. Does anyone remember 13? Excuse me. It was a whole PS2 game made to look like a proper comic book. It preceded Borderlands and stuff like that. Oh my god, overwhelmingly negative. That makes sense. See, I mean, though, it was all like boom and stuff like this, and everything had like a hard black edge to it and stuff. Like that kind of cell shaded thing. You probably could do all the cell shading properly in Blender, but again, I've got no idea how because I'm a dummy and I haven't started learning Blender yet. So this is probably the wrong way to go about it, but hey, it's fun, and that's all that matters, right? So for this one, for the sawdust, I think we're definitely going to want... We're not going to want black lines, yeah? I'm going to do them black first because we have to. For me to kind of see what's vibing. Like that, right? But I think what we're actually going to want is just... like darker orange ones, you know? Like actual sawdust. So let's start by... Jeremy Stewart, you absolute legend. You just joined the TipTut Zone as a member, apparently. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Oh, you just sponsored. Yeah, you just joined as... What's the difference? It says you've sponsored, but... it said you joined as a member again. Either way, thank you so much, man. Legend. Devamped. The brush name creator spelling is... like this. Kyle T... No. Webster. Like that. Kyle T. Webster. He's fantastic, and we love him, and we're grateful. Right, so we want sawdust colour, like, kind of like that. Bit like that. Yeah, let's say that. Let's draw him in. Pop him underneath. Go to overlay mode. We want our nice round noise brush. Add noise fast. That's what we want, baby. And we've been doing it at about 400. So it's a nice textures like that. Just a nice little bit of variation. Then on top we do another overlay mode. Basic rough. And I want to do some, which I'll soften these up. But I want to do some like great swathes of darkness and light. Like that. And we can filter blur these. Like this. And then on that top one again, we'll do another overlay with perhaps... Why is my keyboard not working? With perhaps a smaller brush. There are so many. Which one are you using? It's the Mega Pack. It's the Mega Pack, but this is the Manga Mega Pack. So, whatever his manga brush is called. But the brush does not make the man. There's no brush that will make you good at art or design. They definitely help though. Yeah. Let's reduce that a bit, and let's do the light stuff on its own layer, I think, because yeah, that's going to be overwhelming as well. Let's, instead of reducing the opacity, let's reduce the fill, see if that looks nicer. Yeah, that does. Aaron Das, hello, welcome to the live stream, my friend. I hope you're doing well. We definitely want to reduce the opacity of that layer a bit. And then I think what I want is another layer that is overlaid, and we just want some kind of spatter. Supreme spatter? Well, that's quite spattery, but I don't know, that might work if we had a light touch. You know, just like a very light touch, like that. And then overlay it again, but this time in black. And did a very light touch again. Boom, that's looking nice. Let's save this as sawdust.psd. Let's duplicate the line work layer, first of all, with Control J, and then let's see what this looks like if we colorize that. We want it to be like a brownish. Like that, maybe. Let's see what this looks like. Cool, so now we've got sawdust.png. We can go back to Blender. And we can go to layout mode, select our boy, new material, sawdust. Base color is an image texture. Hello iStudio, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend. The image texture we want to use is sawdust.png. Krakow. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, that looks good. Look how good that looks. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Let me see. I don't want to do it for the sand, but transmission. Oh yeah, transmission. Transmission works wonders. Okay, good. That's what we want for the other stuff then. Maybe for this tube, for example. So we have our pipe here. Let's do the pipe next. Let's see if we can't figure out how to make this pipe see-through. So that's the sawdust and the rat cage base that we have done now. What we want to do next is the pipe. So let's open up pipe.png. Let's give him a bit of line work. But I don't know what line work we're actually going to want on this one because there's no real edge to it. Like maybe we just want to pick like along here and along here, and that'll just give us a line around the edge of that. Maybe that's what we want. And then we want a similar red like this. And then let's mark that. We want our noise fast brush in overlay mode. Looking good. Let's get rid of you, don't need you. Steak Sticks says awesome, thank you so much. Yeah, I think the sawdust came out much better than I thought it would, you know? I think what we don't want is black line work, but what we do want, if I go over here and just, let's just reduce the opacity of this layer for now. So we've got U, which is going to be our line work, and we've got U, which we just want as a guide, and we've got U, which is our grunge. So I think what we want to do, yeah, can't move because it's empty, whatevs. We want to go to manga basic brush, and I think I want to do this. Not on every one, let's say on every third one. And we can go to overlay. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. And then 1, 2, 3 will be there. 1, 2, 3. That means they'll join together, but we'll see what that looks like. So we've got that, which is cool. And then let's reduce that opacity just a bit. On its own layer, let's go to overlay mode again. And let's go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like that. I know it looks weird at the moment, but it should come across quite well. Control Shift Alt W will export our PNG. Awesome. Pipe.png, yes. And back in Blender, we can go to Object, Pipe, New Material, Pipe. Base color needs to be an image texture. That image needs to be pipe.png open. See, this is what I was worried about. Those black bits there look kind of pants. So I think the reason they look pants is because the black isn't all the way around. So we'll take this line work, we'll get rid of it. Instead, we'll grab this line work, crank them all the way up to 100%, and we'll make it normal mode. And we'll make it a bit thinner. And we'll get rid of this one. It's too close to the other one. Save that, re-export that. Maybe dark red instead. Yeah, I'm worried about doing dark red because everything else does have black line work, and I want that to be consistent, right? See, if everything else in the room has black line work and then all of a sudden stuff starts to not have black line work, it's not going to look the same stylistically. You know, the sawdust is kind of okay, but even now I'm thinking it might look better if it had black. So we'll update that. We'll go back to layout mode. And there you go. At least now it's like connecting together, you know? We're going to make it slightly translucent anyway, so I'm not super bothered. But let's just tidy up that end. I'll just do this quickly. I no need to go back to Photoshop for this. I'm literally just tidying up PNG quickly. Because look, check this out. We're going to save it as pipe.png. Yes. We're going to go to texture paint and we'll update that. Now this may nuke the stream, so everybody be prepared for the nuke. Here it comes. But we now want the pipes PNG to have a little bit of transmission, i.e. see-throughness, right? So let's try like a 0.3 see-throughness. Be prepared to nuke the scene. Here we go. Test it out. Should be able to see through it slightly, which we will test later on. Transmission, Blender, image texture. Just want to make sure that actually works. Yes, you can. Okay, good. It didn't nuke the stream because last time we did that, it completely nuked. So emission is light being emitted, and transmission is see-throughness, I believe. We'll give it a bit of subsurface. Oh, I left the grid on. Oh, I'm a dummy. Let's turn that grid off. There we go. Replace the pipe PNG. There we go. Right, so we'll move on from the pipe regardless. But I think it should now in preview mode be a little bit see-through, which it looks like it is. But we won't leave this mode on for long because it does nuke the stream. I'm just going to crank the transmission up to maybe like that much and then see. Okay, yeah, it's definitely getting more see-through. Awesome. Let's move on from the pipe. And do we want it to be red, or do we want the pipe to be a different color? I kind of like red being the theme for this, so let's leave it red. Okay, let's do some of the other bits then. Let's go back to Photoshop. We're done with the pipe, so let's save that. Let's do the ladder. That's a nice easy peasy one. Need a line work, which you've got. Awesome. Now if I do line work along the edge of here, it's going to extrude it to look bad. Okay. On the outside at least. So let's see what it does, but I'm fairly certain I know that it's going to look kind of pants when it gets extruded along the solidify modifier that we added. So let's just add these in and see what it looks like, but I think I know. We're going to try red for this ladder as well. I think I'll do everything red, because then you can just change the color later on with a quick hue slider, and it looks fine. So we'll try red for the ladder. In fact, it probably means that we don't even have to redo the texture again. We can probably just get away with copy pasting, which is always nice. Because as you can see, doing this takes sodding forever. So we can probably go pipe, copy these two layers, Control C, Control V, move them down, move them over, boom, there's our ladder. Got this one, awesome. Let's save that, let's test it. I will for this ladder though, let's actually have a proper overlay mode. Shading. Let's do it size 15. Okay, and then let's just do white on these bits. Because we're going for that stylized approach, so it doesn't matter too much. Now, here is my worry, okay? We're going to turn on this and turn off that. What I want to do is take all of this. I'm just going to go 1 pixel in, and we're going to go to line work, and we're going to mask him out. Invert that, because then that's going to extend that down there. Let's just see what it looks like. Let's stop worrying, see what it looks like. Save that as ladder.psd, export it as ladder.png, and see, because it could look fine with the black borders. Let's go to U, let's get a new texture, call that ladder. Grab our base color image texture and load ladder.punge. See what I mean? So it extends the black texture down the sides. Okay, because we've extruded or solidified this ladder. Now, I think it looks fine, but I don't think it's going to look fine on this super thick bit here. So what I'm actually going to do is on this upper floor one, we're going to go to modifiers, we're going to remove this solidify. We're going to select all of this, right click, dissolve, faces. See what simpler sections we can get. Let's dissolve that face too. Can we dissolve them? Yeah. Okay. So then we're just going to extrude these down. And that gives us an actual 3D object that we can unwrap in the UV editing panel. Here. That gives us a nice... Oh my god, I'm sorry, we're still in Photoshop. That gives us a nice thing that we can unwrap and export as upper floor.png, which will be replaced. And then we can add some nice, I want to add like nice grip line textures to this. So now we are back in Photoshop. And we've got upper floor.png here. And we'll go to line work. And we'll make this work, we'll make it look good. Awesome. So we've got these inner edges that we need, and these external ones as well. we'll put it on everything. We'll see what it looks like. I don't know. Some of these bits obviously aren't going to need it. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't need these bits. But we shall see. Let's just do the very tips. Hey Samesh, what's up man? Welcome to the live stream. Hello the Rockstar, welcome to the live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. We're currently doing some chill 3D modeling in Blender. In Cartoon Man style. Because I love cartoons. Cool. Alright. Nice. So that should give us all the line work that we need. Like that. Dope. Let's just pop that sucker in as well. Okay. So now we definitely don't need him. I'm going to take the same red from here. Excuse me. Which gives us a nice base to it. But then we are in overlay mode. So we get that nice dark version of whatever colour's underneath it. We are going to, if I rotate this canvas 45 degrees and hold shift, yeah, it does work, awesome. Now these bits inside these squares don't actually exist on the model, okay? So it doesn't matter that there's content on them. Oh, again, those annoying horizontal lines again. Remember you had that kind of grooved plastic in pet cages and stuff. On like their little platforms that helps their little feet grip. That's what I'm going for here. So we'll duplicate this layer, we'll shift it down, and then we'll go to image adjustments, hue saturation, turn the lightness all the way up, which gives it overlay white. And then we don't want that to be 100% fill black. I want it to maybe like this much. Then on top of that, I want to go to overlay mode again with a white brush and a straight canvas. And I just want to add in some roughness. Just so it doesn't look quite so uniform. Duplicate that and stick it over there. Oh, did I do that on the same layer? Oh, I did. Never mind. Won't duplicate it then. We'll just... scratch him up a bit. And then we'll do the same thing. Overlay. And add some proper dark scratches onto it. Because his little claws are going to be scratching up this plastic all over the place. Let's reduce the fill on these a bit. Oh, hello, my beep boop. The kitten has returned. She's a good girl. She's a rat catcher. Bless her. Bless her cotton socks. Alright, cool. So that's some more scratches to this bit. And I'm putting a lot of detail here because I know I'm going to have a close-up shot on this in the animation. And then we'll just add a few scratches to the edge. Nothing crazy. Like that. Awesome. I think that is a good one. So we'll save that as upper floor. Yeah, the awful sinking realization when you've been drawing on the wrong layer. I know, I do it all the fucking time. And it comes to the point where I'm like, sod it. If I ever have to undo it, I'll just start it again. I'm not doing it now. So we've got upper floor PNG back in Blender then. We go to Blender here. We go to texture paint panel. Or we go to layout panel first. Give ourselves a new texture that we call upper floor. And the base color is an image texture once more. That image texture is upper floor punch. Nice. Alright, that looks pretty dope. That looks pretty dope. Okay. We've got our rat cages coming together. This pipe shouldn't be red. There's too much red. This pipe needs to be green. Like a kind of bluish green. Much better. And it needs to have on top of it a big old wash. Big old wash of white. Like that. Filter, blur, Gaussian, overlay mode, wash. There we go. That's going to look nice. Hopefully that seam is on the underside of it. If not, then oh shit. But don't worry, we will update this in 1 second. And you'll be able to see whether or not it's any good. Let's click the pipe, texture paint, bomb. Back to layout mode. Yeah, the hard edge is on the top there, isn't it? And then the soft edge is there. Okay, that was silly. Let's fix that. Easy mode to fix, don't you worry. Instead of doing it down the edge, we do it down the middle. Filter, blur, Gaussian, that much. Soft light or overlay? Overlay, for sure. Save, export as image. There's a pipe. Texture paint, reload. Layout mode. Is that now underneath it? I think I prefer it green. Let's keep it green. Oh no. What's happened here? Hello? One moment, everybody. Having a few technical difficulties here. There we go. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. Fixed now. Too many layers in OBS. That's what was going on there. I think that looks much nicer. I think it's like this greenish colour. It looks much nicer. Yeah, it does. Awesome. Okay. Very nice. Right, last few things then. Should we do the house next? Let's do the house next. Let's go to layout, new. It's called house. The base color is an image texture. The image texture is house.png. That's right, Abby. It's YouTube's classic cock up once again. House.punge. There we go. Open image. Good. So that's now connected. Lovely job. Let's go back to Photoshop. And we should have house PNG here. Now this one I want to be as if it's put together from wood. So we need to go down to 9 points. And here's a good trick when you're not sure where the bits connect up. Look, you go to texture paint, okay, which is where we are now. We're in texture paint mode. Go to object mode here and just focus on the camera, on the item that we want here. Okay. And then you can say, right, I don't know what this part is, so let's draw some lines on it, and then it'll tell you. So that's the back and the front, yeah? So we know that these bits need edges. That's down here, so that's all connected, like that. This part is here. These parts are thinner, that's the top, that's the side, yeah, and all those bits are definitely going to need edges. But where's this bit? That bit looks like it might be underneath. So do we even need to paint that bit? Ah, that bit's there, look, underneath there. So yeah, pretty much all of these can have edges, which is good because that's what we're going to give them. Hey Burnsan, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome back, and thank you ever so much for being a member. It's delightful to have you here. It's okay that you missed the last stream. We were doing the same thing. More modeling and texturing. So it's all good, baby. We're currently doing this little rat house here. So we're going to have to go around, unfortunately, and do all of these edges, I think. Any shape here that's got an edge is going to need a black line. But I don't want this to be the same color wood as all the other wood that we've got. I think I want it to be like a lighter, like it's, you know, like sandalwood or plyboard or something like that. You missed the custom controller? Oh no, I did that offline. So I don't think you did miss any then. Were you here last Friday? If you were here last Friday, then you saw everything on stream. I just did a few bits offline because otherwise we'd be doing this for months and months and months. And nobody wants to see that. Alright, dope. That's looking pretty good. We'll get this line work in, and then I'm just going to have to go and grab a drink of water because I'm very thirsty. Yeah, if you were here last Friday, Burn, then you haven't missed anything. I just did some stuff off stream. I think I did the controller, and I did like the cabinet that this rat cage is resting on. But the rest of it we've done today. And there's still half an hour or so left, so don't worry, you'll see me finishing up this rat cage, which has been quite the endeavour actually, because it's been quite detailed. Although a large part of the animation is going to focus on this, so. Cool. Boring bits over. There we go. Lovely job. Right, so we've got all the outlines that we need. Now, let's get rid of that layer here. I'm going to go to my chest of drawers and I'm going to nick this this back base bit here. Let's take the shading layer and the base color to get us started. But then we're going to change the base color to something lighter and more pale. Hey Roshan, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. How you doing? Let's have it be like a more pale wood, like that kind of color. Yeah, that looks better. Cool. All right, and then we don't need you. You can get out of here. We'll go to overlay. Make sure we're on a white brush. We don't want it to be 100%, maybe like 35%. And we'll start drawing in some wood grain. I'm also not super bothered if these wood grains go in opposite directions either, because it's like a little scrap wood house that has been built for a rat, you know. So I'm not even going to bother checking the rotations of these elements. So we can really just blast through these bits. And I'll add some quick shading in a minute, once we see whether this wood grain effect works. What happened to the background music? Come on. Let's have a bit more of a nicer song. Ah, this one's nice. Cool, just this little bit here then. Let's add some dark grain to it as well. Again, probably not 100%. Let's do like 40 or so. Maybe even less. Yeah, that's better. And we'll add some dark grain to this wood. I'm just being quite playful here. I'm not worrying too much. I'm just kind of slapping it down. And then we'll add, I think, a little bit of texture over this to make it look a bit broken and crappy. Maybe as if the rat's been chewing it or something. Hey, Super Pentagon, what's up, man? How you doing? Alright, let's go to overlay mode once more. And let's go to my brushes. And let's choose like a scatter. Let's call this one, like, is there damage? Or is there rough? That one's kind of cool. What if we made this real big and just boshed? Nah, that's not gonna work. This not gonna work. Maybe Sharma! Hey man, how you doing? Oh, it's so good to see you, buddy. How you holding up? You doing okay? Oh, that's not the brush I wanted. Let's do a spatter brush again. Supreme Spatter seemed to work well last time. We just want some, like, some nice damage, you know, to the wood. It's probably a bit big. Good to hear it, man. Try and keep your chin up. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. Let's just spatter some shit all over this. Blah, blah, blah. Awesome. That makes it look a bit cheaper. Save that. Let's export it as a punch. We're good, man. We're trying to remain chill on this lovely Friday afternoon. Boom. Helps that I've got my little rat cage that I'm building here. It's coming along nicely, I feel. Let's save once again. Okay, I'll be right back in like 60 seconds. I'm just going to go grab myself a drink because I can barely talk. Don't go anywhere. Hello, what's up? We're back. Nobody panic, I'm right here. You can stop freaking. It's all good. The fucking tip lord is back. Ah, Ali Al Talib. Hey man, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I'm currently building a rat cage, as you do, in Blender. Like it's my fucking job. Which it is. And I got myself a nice squash. And now we're cracking on. Alright, so we've done a lot today. Hello, my friend. We've done a lot. We built this whole rat cage. Modeled it, textured it. Bish bash bosh. So let's continue. We've got the food bowl to do. And we got the water bowl to do as well. So I think I've already done the image for the food bowl. So let's go. Food bowl. This is the software that I built the background for your pub in, Al, for the D&D thing that I did for you. Same software. Got my food bowl. .punj. Nice. Let's pop back to old Photoshop. Tip Lord, inserting his tip into our brains. I do not like that. I do not like that at all. That's hideous. I do love Blender though. This is true. I do love Blender. Alright, we'll close some of these down because it's starting to freak out my computer a little bit. Let's save that. Got our ladder. We'll save the ladder. Got the upper floor. We'll save the upper floor. Got our house. We'll save the house. And we got our food bowl. What colour should the food bowl be? Kadala, mate. Fucking Michael Mouse emoji. I do not want to insert my tip into anybody's brains. Only metaphorically. I want to shove my hot tips directly into your brain holes. That's why it's called TipTut. Because I give you the tip and then you're like... Disgusting. Alright, we're all good. You calm down, you lot. Okay, food bowl texturing. Here we go, baby. Let's draw ourselves a food bowl. Recently, I've been putting my short tips right in there. They don't last very long, but they're powerful. 15-second short tips Just write it all up in your YouTubes. Look, I told you guys before, the reason I chose the word TipTut is because it sounds rude, and I thought it was funny. Oh no, everyone's going to start getting auto-hidden by the mods now. With consent, yeah, of course, Felix, yeah. Of course. I don't jam my tips anywhere without consent. That's what the subscribe button is. You're consenting to receiving my tips. How is it that completely innocent words can sound so absolutely fucking filthy? Consent to receive my hot tips. Straight to your phones. The raw tip power. Yeah, exactly. Look, calm down. Steak Sticks, alright? Look, how can you be getting on me for being rude when your name is Steak Stick? If that's not a euphemism, then I don't know what is. Steak Stick animation. You might as well just say floppy dong pictures. There's a reason that nobody ever wants to sponsor my videos. And now I know what it is. Okay, alright. So we got the outlines for our food bowl here. Awesome. What colour should the food bowl be, chaps? Do we think green? Like the same green as the pipe? Excuse me, that's probably a good idea, right? FDP. Let's make it the same green as the pipe. That's a good idea. Floppy dong pictures was my second choice. Yeah, exactly. Look, it's not rude. It's just people put their dirty thoughts, their dirty, filthy filth into our innocent educational videos. It's just people are just disgusting. They're just horrible, horrible smeglords. Alright, let's pop those suckers under the line work. Krakow. Nice. Let's get rid of this boy. Don't need him anymore. Let's go to overlay mode. Hell yeah. Let's go to fill. Turn him down a bit. Do a bit of shadow work. Here we go. We want shadows in the bottom of the bowl. For sure. And maybe like along the edge of all these bits. Okay. And then we want a bit of light along the rim. Boom. Let's see what that looks like. That might look okay. Food bowl. Proper job. Did you explore the new Substances Suite by Adobe? I did not. I refuse to give Adobe any more of my bloody money. Essentially. The fact that they're charging so much extra for it, when like the full Creative Suite is already £50-60 a month, they can bugger off. Essentially. But I probably should. Oh, excuse me, I'm so tired. I probably should check it out. But I might not, just out of spite, you know? Because I hate them. I hate them so much. Oh, that's bright. Why is that so bright compared to this one? Oh, because that one is translucent. There is a translucent part to this piece here. Oh no, we have got the darkness on the other side. Oh shit. Which parts are the wrong parts? Let us find out, yes. Okay, you should be on the other side, yes. And also And also you, just you. The rest of it is okay. Yes, the rest is okay. This one piece just needs to be on the other side. And we need to thicken up this end right here. We need to thicken it up. No, not this end. We need to thicken up this end here. Yes, it is right here, this end. Okay. Back to Photoshop. Ding. We just rely on better substance is a bit pricey. Yeah, I mean, like, issue is it's workflow, right? Like, if you can, great. See you later, Steak Sticks. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time, hopefully, yeah? See you later, buddy. Appreciate it. Adobe fooled everyone again. Do not call me Tip Daddy. Do not. Tip Lord is fine. Tip Daddy makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Don't you fucking dare. Alright, that's that bit. And then the one bit that needed to go onto the other bit was this bit. Right here. Needed to go up there. For some reason it decided to swap ends just to mug me off. Let's save that, see what that looks like, baby. I have to quickly export and refresh it. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Steak Sticks. Glad you enjoyed the stream so much. I really appreciate it. Papa Tut is the right way. Exactly. Yeah. Tip Daddy sounds like I'm a sex criminal. Whereas Papa Tut sounds like I'm a rapper. So which one would you prefer to be? Okay, that edge is still absolutely messed up, but you know how we fix that and make our lives much easier? We take this boy right here. Which boy is it? It's that boy. And it's this boy, this boy, this boy, this boy. Which boy are you? I want to paint on you. What the heck? Is it you? Is it you? You're the bottom. Which means it's you, right? You. No. You. No. You. No. Which one are you? You? No. You? No. You? No. You? No. You? No. You? Yes. It's this one. This one needs to get thick. This one right here needs to be THICC thick. So I've immediately forgotten which one it was. It was this one. You need to thicken him up like the boy that he is, and then re-export it. Exactly, Felix, right? Papa Tut sounds like the mafia, like Godfather. Yeah, exactly. Papa Tut makes me a gangster. Daddy makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Alright, let's fix that one. Fuck me, where are these others? Jesus Christ. Is it you? No. 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 Which one of you is it? Is it you? No. It's you, isn't it, you bastard? No. One of you? Yes. Is it him? Yes. We need to thicken up that middle joint there, because we went all wobbly. Like that. Oh, yeah. Let's just do it to all of them. I'm just thickening these boys, don't mind me. Okay. Export that again and then it should be all fixed. And final update, here we go. Boom. That'll do, yeah. It's close enough. And to hide that little bit right there, we can select him and just go. What side looks best? That side is where it's going to get all the attention. So that'll do, yeah. That will do. In fact, after all of that, I think I'm just going to blur this ever so slightly. Like that. Then that'll look nicer. Okay, last update to the food bowl. I know it goes like off style a little bit, but I think it just looks nicer. Okay, dope. That looks pretty nice. Let's go to layout mode. Looking good. Do I need a texture on this guy? And if I do, how the heck am I supposed to do it? Let's make it fully rough, first of all. And give him a bit of subsurface. And let's see if this nukes the stream. Excuse me, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Might nuke the stream. Yeah, looks fine in rendered mode. Okay, cool. Right. Last one then is the water bottle. And God, this is going to be a right pain in the bootay. I can tell already. So let's go to layout. Go to U. Go to U. Go to add new material. Water bottle. Base color is an image texture. The image texture is water bottle, and we want him to be transmissive. Transmissive. Let's go back here. Water bottle to PNG. Nice. And I'm not going to add any line work to this one. I'm just going to go and for now add a white square. On top of that, we're going to do some noise. And I want to see if I can get this see-throughness to work. Okay. So add noise fast. It's just dirty, dirty plastic. That's all we want for now. So we're going to go to shape mode, and go to EU, and we're going to make him slightly off-white. Let's make him slightly off-white to blue. Save that as water bottle, and export that as PNG. Save. Yes. Back in Blender, texture paint, Alt R. Nice. Go to layout mode. Right. So let's save, because this might crash the stream. But we want to make this transmission be like super see-through. And then when we go to here, yeah, make it see-through. This isn't going see-through. If I unlink the base color, remove, then go to transmission, then go to this. Yeah, even then it doesn't seem see-through to me. It doesn't seem like it's working. Let's add a new material here, make the inner material bright blue, so it's super obvious that that's there. Yeah, so you can kind of see it through it there. Like, kind of. Then when I go to base color, image texture, open. Hey Surab, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We want water bottle PNG. Open it up. Can I just do alpha? Like, is that? Oh, alpha. Yeah, baby. All right, let's put transmission at like 0.5 and alpha at like 0.9 for you. But then down here on you, we want the alpha to be 0.8 or so. Awesome. Okay. So we've got the first texture. I want to add like a second material to this texture on top of it. I know you can do that, but I don't know how, so I'm going to figure that out off stream, I think. For now, I think that'll do, because it is 4 o'clock. So let's see if this crashes the stream doing a little preview. That's looking pretty dope, isn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, but that's looking pretty dope. This guy I want to be way more see-through. Awesome. I'm definitely going to need a second thing on that. Okay, let's turn that off before the stream gets nuked. Oh no. Oh no. Stream nuked. Let's wait for this to catch up. You guys should be okay. Oh no. It should be okay. It should be catching up now. Oh, that's alright. It's the end of the live stream anyway. That's why we did it right at the end. But we're feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. That's it anyway. So thank you ever so much for joining me. Way behind on the audio. Yeah, it happened last time as well. I should have prepared my nuke emoticon. It's not to worry. It's the end of the stream anyway. Lesson learned. Definitely do not switch to rendered view mode whilst live streaming. Alright everyone, that was great fun. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed spending my Friday afternoon with you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. In case anybody missed that, it's 4 o'clock. It's the end of the live stream. Thank you ever so much. It's been a great, super duper fun time. We built a really cool rat cage, which is going to look great in my final animation, I think. So I appreciate it. You guys have been delightful. Maybe Sharma, it's so good to have you back. Kadala, thank you so much for sticking around the entire time. Felix, thank you. Steak Sticks, thank you. Dinesh, Maddie, everybody, thank you ever so much. You guys are all delightful. I love you all, and I'll see you all on Monday for the next episode of the 12 Principles. See you then. Bye.